Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, today we are going to have the proposal seminar here, and then the contender name is Malikal Camalia, Camalia, and then your thesis supervisor is Ms. PhD, and then your title here it is investigating the impact of collaborative blogging in improving student writing argumentative competence. And how did we are going to start this proposal seminar? First of all, before we are going to go with the next step of this proposal seminar, let's begin this proposal seminar here by reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so next, I'm gonna give you here 10-minute maximum, 10-minute maximum in giving the explanations about your first chapter, second chapter, and then also last chapter of your proposal. And then with that one, you're going to have the Q&A. The Q&A here focus on several things. First, focus on your background of the study. And then second one, on the theories that you use. And then last one, it will be focused on the method that you're going to use for this research. Okay, time is yours, please. Malikal, Camalia, best of luck. Come on.
I will start share screening my PPT. Can you see the PPT, Master?
Okay, visible now. You can start your explanation.
Okay. Here's my investigating the impact of collaborative blogging in improving students' writing argumentative competence. And then the first one is a background of the study. Chapter 1, Introduction. English is a foreign language that is important to learn, as we all know, and students are expected to be able to learn and understand English since the elementary school. Speaking, listening, reading, and writing are the four language skills that the learners need to master in order to learn the language. And one of the most essential skills for learning for each learner's personal growth and for success is the educational system is writing. And the ability to write effectively is a process that demands much work that even many native English speakers struggle to write effectively. Writing materials and learning methods used by the instructors and the instruction of essay writing all has contributed well enough in improving students' writing ability. Cognitive and psychological. These problems are related to ordinances, punctuation, and even making a conclusion. It is important to master the argumentation skills when students are entering higher education because university students are demanded to deliver their thoughts clearly with supporting evidence, and that these skills need to be taught from when learners are in senior high school. However, senior high school students in Indonesia are still lack of argumentation skills. An active learning environment must also be built with a variety of learning models that can generate potential for argumentative skill of students. This because argumentation in learning is very necessary to build a strong foundation in understanding a concept. Teachers need to make an active and effective learning environment where students will be able not to only understand the materials, but also can enjoy their learning activities by using media that is familiar for them. With using digital media, teachers and students can collaborate with each other using such as using blogs. Within blog-enabled environments, students become more familiar and begin to value sharing information, exchanging ideas, and collaborating together to enhance their education. That's the background of why collaborative learning through blogging using applications as the media can be an effective approach in education. Okay. The next one is problem of the study. The problem of this research is to find out, does the collaborative blogging method using Padlet application impact students' argumentative writing skills? And then the limitation of this research is researcher limits the research problems at the impact of collaborative blogging using Padlet application in improving students' writing skill in argumentative essay at Waskita School in Pamulang. And then the objective of this study is to impact students' argumentative writing skills. The significance of this study, the first one, theoretically, the findings of this research can be used as a resource for future research, conducting similar studies, and become knowledgeable about the use of collaborative blogging methods to increase students' argumentative competence. The second one, practically for teachers, English teachers can use learning on writing skills, and the teachers for students, the researcher hope to help students knowledge their own ability in English writing skills, and the result will inspire them to improve their capability in writing. The researcher also hoped students to see the benefits of argumentation skill and importance. And then the next one is chapter 2, literature review. Writing is crucial to the evolution of the language used in international knowledge collaboration. Students often find it difficult to turn spoken words into structured writing when expressing ideas as well. In order for them to perceive the writing and make it a strong argument, they must understand it. However, there is a problem in making a good writing. Generally, a person does not have good writing skills due to several factors, such as one of the most common factor is because of the fear to start. In addition, spelling, grammar, vocabulary, and punctuation skills are become the factors in students' writing skills in terms of writing language. And then the second one is argumentative writing. Argumentative writing is an important part of academic improvement for students not only in schools but also college students. Argumentative writing requires complex cognitive and also students' linguistic skills. With writing an argumentative text, students can give full attention to an issue and cause them to sympathize and be aware of the problem. That way, students will be able to draw conclusions and give opinions based on facts. There are several outlines to make argumentative essay. The first one is introduction, the second one is the body, and the third one is conclusion. The purpose of argumentative writing is to persuade the readers and give strong opinions for readers to agree with the writer's opinion. The next one, collaborative blogging. Collaborative blog is a type of web blog where multiple writers can contribute to posts and collaborate together. The purpose of using blog and collaborate as learning method is to help students to enhance their creativity, communication skill, and also give benefits for not only students but also the teachers because the learning process become more effective. This learning method is about helping students to be more actively discussing with each other and exploring and also developing their learning abilities by sharing their ideas and expressing themselves freely. Collaborative learning in the learning also enhance students' cooperation effectively, leading to improvement in writing competencies. Additionally, students can also build their confidence as writers and improve their interaction skills with each other. This is the theoretical framework. The first one is problem identification, and the first identification problem is ESL students are still lack of argumentation skills, and teaching method used by the teacher are with that problem identification. This creates a research with the title Investigating the Impact of Collaborative Blogging in Improving Students' Writing Argumentative Competence. The method used in this research is quantitative methods with pre-experimental design with the instrument, pretest, treatment, and post-test. And the last one is the hypothesis of this study. The first hypothesis is collaborative blogging impacts students' writing argumentative skills. And the second hypothesis is collaborative blogging does not impact students' writing argumentative skills. Okay. The next one is chapter 3, methods and procedures. So this study will be conducted as Waskito School in Pamulang on July to August 2024 with total 6 meetings, including pretest, treatment, and post-test. And then the method used in the study is using quantitative before the operational definition of variables. There are 2 variables in this study, that is in argumentative skills. And then the population and sample. The population of this research is 11th graders of Waskito School in Pamulang, and the sample of this research is 36 students of 11th grade students. The technique used for collecting the data is obtained through pretest, treatment, and post-test. And then the technique for analyzing the data can be analyzed with using paired simple t-tests using SPSS. Thank you very much, Mr. Do you have any suggestion or question?
Okay. Malikal? Hello, Malikal? It seems like your connection here, because several times I can see the note. Yeah, your bandwidth is low, and then you have low internet connections, yeah, on your screen. Okay, can you hear my voice clearly, Medir, Malikal, Camalia?
Yes, Mr.
Okay, and then now let's go with the title first. Go with the first slide of your PowerPoint presentations. Go with the first slide, please.
Yes.
Okay, starting with this one. Hello, my dear Eva Manora. Okay, so she's leaving. Okay, so my focus for this one, on your title, you're mentioning several key points. First of all, you're mentioning about impact. Second one, collaborative blogging. And then next year, what is it improving? I have no idea. What is it improving? So you're going to improve or import. What is it? Yeah. And then next, you're mentioning also students writing argumentative competence. I want you to please try to make your title here more simple. Yeah, because on your title, you're mentioning writing argumentative competence, and then every single point that you explain on your first chapter, second chapter, and then also third chapter, you're only mentioning about student writing skills. Yeah, not focusing on argumentative competence. So my first questions for you, I want you to come with some elaborations. Try to compare it between writing competence and then writing skill. So what will be the difference since you use writing competence, not the writing skill? Come on, that will be my first questions. Come on, Malikal.
Can you repeat the question with more simple words, Mister?
Okay. On your title, you are mentioning writing competence. Okay, that will be the first point. While on your first chapter, second chapter, and then also last chapter, you're using the term writing skills, right? So we have two different terms. First, writing competent. Second one, here you're mentioning writing skills. So try to enlighten me, please, between writing competence and then writing skill. Try to compare it. So which term did you exactly use for this research? Come on, Malika.
In this research, I actually want to improve the students' argumentative skills, but also the argumentative in the form of writing. So it also improve their writing skills and argumentative skills.
Okay, previously you're mentioning you're going to improve student writing argumentative skills. And then you're mentioning also on your title, student writing argumentative competence. Okay, my key point for the questions, competence and then skills, can you compare it, please? Hello, Malikal? Hello,
Sorry,
Malikal.
Mister, I can understand the question.
Okay, let me repeat it one more time. Okay.
So
Hello? Hello? Malikal?
yes, Mister.
Okay, you have really, really bad internet connections, my dear, yeah? Okay, so my point, your title consists of writing argumentative competence, right? So when your title here consists of writing argumentative competence, all the things that you are going to explain on your first chapter, second chapter, and then also third chapter, it should be about student writing argumentative competence, right? So you're switching from student writing argumentative competence with student writing skills. That's two different terms. Can you see the point? Okay, to prove this one, now open up your theoretical framework. Come on, let's try to see your theoretical framework. Go to your theoretical framework, please. Open it, come on. Page, if I'm not mistaken, before the third chapter. Come on. Okay, can you scroll the slide, please?
In my thesis proposal, Mister.
In your PPT, you also mention it. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Okay, next. 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 So where's the theoretical framework? If I'm not mistaken, you okay, there you go. Look at that one. So from the problem identifications, you're mentioning ESL students are still lack of writing abilities. So first, you're using the term abilities. Next one, students are still lack of argumentation skills. On your title, you're using competence, and then here you're using skill. Do you see my point? And the next one, you're mentioning investigating the impact of collaborative blogging in improved student writing argumentative competence. And then you have it different also. The first term, it is abilities. Second one, you're using skills. And the next one, you're using competence. And the next, you're putting it into quantitative methods. That's okay. And then using the pre-experimental design. And then look at the result of it. Collaborative blogging impacts student writing argumentative skills. You go back with the second skills that you use over there, not using the competent. And then also with the B point, collaborative blogging does not impact student writing argumentative skills. If we try to go back with the title, it is irrelevant. Can you see the point, my dear? Look at this one. Yeah, student writing argumentative competence, and then while over there on your theoretical framework, you're using abilities. You're using also skills of it. Yeah. So my key point, my main point here, if you're going to use writing argumentative competence, so all the time you're going to use this term. Or if you want to use to improve student writing skills, just use student writing skills all the time. So we can have a relevant kind of connections between first chapter, second chapter, and then also third chapter. Do you see the point, Malikal?
Yes, I see, Mr.
Okay, next slide. Come on. Next slide. Okay, to be honest, my dear Malikal Camalia, the introductions all the time of the tasks that made by your senior. Yeah, many of them will have a similar kind of background of this study. Yeah? They're mentioning about English as one of the popular language and an international language. No such new thing that you try to deliver here. I want you to come with different kind of background of this study related with the collaborative blocking. What is it that we call it? Yeah, so we can have a real specific kind of things. So not only a same and a similar kind of background of this study. Yeah, and then it's like deja vu. Do you understand deja vu? Okay, it's like from your senior. It is the same. It is similar. And there's such new thing that you provided here on your background of this study. Okay, that will be my expectations for you when you're going to revise your background of this study. And then next one, when you're putting, no, go back first. Go back first. When you're going to put senior high school student in university are still lack of argumentation skills. So it is not only an opinion, not only the note from the expert, but you have to put also some data and some fact that related with this kind of the statement. So we can have, okay, if we call lack of argumentation skills, can we prove it? What is it, the evidence of it? So you need the data, you need the backup. Okay, Malikal?
Yes, Mr.
Okay, next, come on. Next here on problem of this study, you're mentioning it, yeah, limitation of the problem. Okay, all good for this one, I guess. Now let's go to the next slide. Go with the next slide. Okay, this one also from the literature review. You're mentioning only writing. What else? Do you have? What else? The grand theory that you got here. Next slide. Next. Do you have? Okay, next. Only writing, argumentative writing, and then go back. Only with the collaborative blogging. Okay. From all the three point of your title, I hope you're going to have a similar kind of connections between writing and then also next argumentative competence, and then also next one with a collaborative blogging. Because to be honest, now we live in era that I guess it will be difficult or rarely that we can find someone that's still using blogging, right? Yeah, because blog, if I'm not mistaken, that was the 20th era, I guess. Yeah, because today we can find blog, but not too many. And why did you choose blogging? Do you have any special blogger with you, Malikal? I'm kind of curious with that one because what we are going to use in our latest kind of research, it should be based on something that's still in, or something that's still happening, something that's still used by the community. Yeah. And to be honest, if I'm not mistaken, I also have a blog, web blog, when I was on my first degree, on 2004, if I'm not mistaken. That was 20 years ago. And then you're using that one for your thesis
Can
now.
I have appointment?
Okay, go on. What is it?
So I'm not only using the web blogs like the old ones, but I use the concept blog with using Padlet application.
Okay. Padlet applications. I
Yeah.
guess that will be more attractive if you're going to mention Padlet thing compared to the collaborative blogging. Because to be honest, that's the classic blogging. Do we have any student now still blogging? Do we have any teacher work on blogging? That will be a big question, I guess. But if you're going to mention Padlet on it, okay, that will be an attractive kind of title, I guess. Okay, Maria?
So I should put Padlet application in the title.
Yeah, no, you can put it on your title and then you can put it also on your literature review.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next, please. Next. Okay, the theoretical framework, make it relevant, okay? Do not make a different kind of term, ability, skill, competent, and then you're making it too complicated, I guess. Yeah, just try to stick on one term and then use it for every single time of your proposal. Okay, next, come on, let's go with the chapter 3. Chapter 3 here, you're mentioning about time and place of the study. You're mentioning conducted. That conducted, it's mean you really conduct this research. And then it is still the proposal, right?
Will be conducted.
Yeah, it will be conducted. So this is a proposal seminar, not a thesis defense. Yeah, if it is a thesis defense, that's okay. You can mention it conducted was the school in Kamala. And the next, you're mentioning quantitative approach. Okay, I guess that's okay. This one, and then next slide, please. Next. Okay, population and sample. Okay. Okay, my focus here for the technique, how did you collect the data? You're mentioning only using a pre-test, treatment, and then post-test. In conducting a research, first of all, before we are going to do the research, we need what we call by data gathering through the observations, right? And then observations also process of gathering the data. And then you're not putting it on your technique for collecting the data. And not only the observations, documentations. While you are going to record the meeting, taking a picture of how did you run the class, a process of documenting. Your research here is a documentations. That will be a technique that you can use also to collect the data. So not only a pre-test, treatment, and post-test. So it is only the main menu when you're going to conduct experimental kind of this research. Okay, Malikal, Camalia, I hope you're going to put more of technique for collecting the data. And the next one, technique for analyzing, you're only mentioning about the using bed sample test, using asbestos. Okay, I guess that's okay for that one. Next slide. Next. Okay, one last questions for you. So what will be the difference between the research that you're going to do with all previous research that's similar, focusing on writing, and then focusing only on using some kind of technique, some kind of strategy, some kind of method. Come on, Malikal.
So you're asking the gap between
Yeah,
the.
come on. Come on.
So actually in the previous study about argumentative writing, it has shown that the process approach, which involves pre-writing, drafting, and revising, editing, and everything. Wait, Mister. Okay. So in previous study entitled The Use of Collaborative Strategies to Improve Students' Writing Ability, the method used in that research is mixed method, and using conducting the questionnaire and interviews on students to collecting the data for qualitative data, and also the t-test control and experimental group was conducted using MANOVA test. Well, in this study, I will use the quantitative approach with pre-experimental design, experimental design, and one group paired sample t-test.
Okay. And why you're so nervous? What is it, Malikal Camalia? Why
I
you're
don't
so
know.
nervous? Okay, guys, that should be enough because that was my last questions for you. And then I hope based on my suggestions and how that you answer the questions, you're going to be able to complete your thesis as soon as possible so you can register for the thesis defense also as soon as possible. And then let's close our proposal seminar. Today we're reciting Hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah